Hello everyone, welcome back to Law in Real Life channel where you know exactly the law and rules actually living around us, but sometimes they go interfere and interrupt our daily activities. For foreigners, if you are married to Indonesian people or considering marriage to them, probably you better to know about the inheritance law in Indonesia, such as if you and your spouse from Indonesia owning some land properties and suddenly your partner from Indonesia is deceased, and then you're quite struggling to distribute for the for inheritance things. So the question will comes up, such as how the inheritance law of Indonesia handle these foreigners. The second one, uh, can we as foreigners own the land properties in Indonesia? And the third one, is there any similarities between for inheritance law between Indonesia and your country? So stay with us because we're gonna break down this legal aspect for these matters in simple terms. First thing first, you have to understand the basic things, right? In Indonesia, inheritance law governed by three legal system. That's going to be quite interesting. First is there is Islamic law. They're actually based on the compilation of the Islamic law. We call it KHI. Second one is civil law, actually based on the civil law code. We call it KUH Perdata. And the third one, we have customary law, or we call it Hukum Adat. As you know, we have hundreds of them. The next will be the applicable law. It's depend of the background of the disease or heir and their family. Means if you have any lawsuit regarding these inheritance matters, you have to uh, apply to different court as well, such as if you are Muslim, then the inheritance law will be using the compilation of the Islamic law. And if any lawsuit regarding this inheritance matter, you have to file it into the religious court. So this Islamic things is special for Muslim only, or the people who voluntarily surrender under Islamic rules. So that's the basic things you have to know. So the question will be, as foreigners, can we inherit any properties from our Indonesian spouse? Under Indonesian Law Act number 5 of 1960, concerning about the basic regulation on agrarian principles, mentioned that the foreigners are not allowed to own the land. However, there are legal aspect workarounds. For your information, we have so many options for owning land right. So better you consult with notary or legal experts such as a lawyer who possess the land rights law and also possess knowledge about the contract or agreement law. Alternatively, you may sell those properties to eligible Indonesian citizen, even though you have to prove yourself eligible for those inheritance. So if you are foreigners and to make sure your inheritance rights, this is some key legal aspect you should take. First, better you have prenuptial agreement. This is crucial because without it, some foreign spouse may face some restriction on inheritance and property ownership. Second one, if you don't have any time to make a prenuptial agreement, you still can make postnuptial agreement. So you may still have option for legal restructuring about your marriage things, including the inheritance matters. The third one is about will and testament. If what you call it, having a legally recognized will, usually by notary, ensure that assets are distributed well according to the spouse wishes. However, you have to be remember that this will and testament rules in Indonesia, it's quite different compared to will and testament law in other countries such as Dutch and France. For your information, we have a degrees of heirs that you should comply with, and also there is a limitation on will beneficiaries. So better you have to consult with the legal expert such as a lawyer who understand about the inheritance law of Indonesia. So what is the best way forward? Consulting a notary or legal expert such as a lawyer who understand about the land rights or property rights and also about the inheritance law is highly recommended. So actually they can guide you for understanding of our inheritance law and also may give you some legal advice on how structuring property ownership correctly. To wrap it up, as you know, the inheritance law is quite complex for you, but with proper legal planning and correct person to consult with, you can secure your rights. If you have any question, please drop them in the comment below. Please like, share, and subscribe our channel to get more legal insight of the law matters in Indonesia, especially for the foreigners. See you next time.